Yo, welcome back, guys. Our boy Vortex said, hey Elijah, any tips for approach anxiety? And I always like talking about game, pick up on this channel, picking up girls, talking to girls, because it shows you something about yourself. I think game, when we say game, and it's not like exploiting women, it's just putting yourself out there, learning how to talk to girls. Because for many of us, that's something that we're nervous and we're scared of, and we all want that really cool girl in our lives, but we gotta first talk to her. So it shows you a lot about yourself and how you interact with people in your world. I think it was Lao Tzu, he said, to know other people is knowledge, to know yourself, that's true wisdom. So one of the things that we talked about recently is why we experience social anxiety. And that's because we think that we're not good enough. Okay, so that's one reason. Understanding that you are valuable is very important when you're going to talk to a woman. But the next thing happens with us, and I think it could best be summed up in like, we hate uncertainty. We are meant to seek certainty, and we hate it when we don't know the outcome or we don't know what's going to happen. Okay, think about, I was talking to my sister about this. Think about when you used to get a report card from high school, middle school, and I would always be like, oh shit, am I going to get an A or am I going to get a B? What's it going to be? Because if I get a B, my parents aren't going to be happy with me. So there's that wait until you get the final answer. If you've ever been to the doctor and you get some blood work done or something, you wait for those results to come in. We would rather just know right away. That way we can kind of mentally deal with it then instead of in the future. So we hate being uncertain. And the same thing happens when we go up to a new girl. A lot of times for us, we try to figure out in our brains, what is she going to think about me? Is she going to like me? Am I going to be able to get her number? Am I going to embarrass the shit out of myself? Is she going to find me attractive? So we have all of these different things going on in our mind. We're evaluating the situation that we're not even in yet. And what that does is cause us to experience anxiety. And the anxiety is just this uncertainty that we experience in the body. So if we could get out of that, we would be and function a lot better, because when we experience that sort of stress, it makes us very uncharismatic. Seriously, it makes us very unattractive, you could say, because in the body, oh, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm thinking too much stuff right now. Because being charismatic is all about the energy that you bring forth. So when you have the anxiety, worried about an outcome, you're kind of halting that process. You're halting your creativity. You're halting being in the present. And it's very like all over the place. It's jumbled up. So, you know, it's easy to say stop worrying about the outcome. But how do you do that? And you can practice meditation. I think it was Brandon that we would be talking about meditation soon. And one really cool way that I learned from the book, The Charisma Myth, is just to stand there. Well, you can do it alone, you can do it when you're with someone, but you can imagine just your toes, like become aware of your toes on the ground or your heels pushed against the floor. How do your toes feel? Just wiggle them around. Just know you're there, and maybe throughout the day just really hone in on that sensation. I'm doing it right now for 30 seconds, 1 minute, or maybe when you're walking down the street or in your car, you can just start to pay attention to your breathing. That's really what meditation is. It's just paying attention to the breath coming in and out of the nostrils, that sensation, the belly rising. See, that's the present, because when you pay attention to that, it doesn't allow for your brain to think about a lot of other stuff. So you now sweep it clean. The breath sweeps the mind. I love to remember that phrase. And that's like the best place to be. When you don't have the weight of all the possibilities and outcomes that could happen up here and the weight of it on your body. Now you're free. you're free of the outcome, all right? And you're in the present. You're able to act much, much better then. So that's very powerful stuff. Just to digress a little bit here, a big thing, kind of a very nuanced point, but Owen Cook talks about this on his channel, RSD Tyler. Very good stuff, guys. If you haven't seen RSD Tyler's channel, check him out. He dives deep into all the pickup, the mind games, techniques, all this stuff, and inner game, really. And one thing that happens, he said, is that we actually become addicted to the moods that we're in. So we know that being present is an awesome place to be. Think about when you laugh. Say you watch a comedian, you're hanging out with your sisters. My sister in the room, I've been hanging out with them. You know, you laugh, you have a good time, and what laughter does is now free up your brain from thinking about a lot of other bullshit. Okay, so freeing up your brain, man, that feels the best. But a lot of us are like so accustomed to overthinking, overanalyzing, being in negative moods, being angry at the fucking world, angry all the time, that that's become our status quo. And we like that. We feel good when we're angry. That's all we know. Because it makes us feel something. You know, we're not just this void walking around the earth. We feel something. So a lot of us have these mood addictions, and check yourself, man. I have to check myself sometimes, like, fuck, am I just like in these moods because that's all I know? It's crazy when you think about that. So the mood addiction is something for you to examine with your own life. And just know that when you get yourself out of being way too angry, or even a lot of us seek just to get out of the state we're in and be happy. I'm kind of guilty of that, you know what? Fucking, yeah, I need coffee because I'm feeling a little bit tired. It's okay to be tired, right? You don't have to always change it, or you need to fill that blankness. If you're sitting in your room and your electricity got shut off, you can't watch TV. Oh no, now what? Well, have you ever tried just being with your thoughts? See, I think for all of us, that's really hard, just to be alone with yourself. We're always used to running from how we really are. And so moving on, something that you can do that is really a next level way of thinking. Think about Christians or any people that are religious, Buddhist, maybe a Muslim religion. They do something. I can say this because I was brought up as a Christian. But when you're a Christian, you believe that there is a God that cares about your bills and your career, that He cares about your life. He cares about every single aspect of your life. And He's there to help you in the good and the bad times. That is awesome if you believe it. Because then it's not, the responsibility isn't all on you. You don't have the baggage. You don't have to be stressed every fucking moment of the day because you know there is a being or something greater than yourself looking out for your life. So that feels really good. But a lot of us have this view that there just isn't any God. We can't get our minds to wrap around the concept, and I understand that. I really do. So what we're doing here is like a responsibility transfer. We give the responsibility of always having to be right, always having to have the things figured out. Where are we going? What are we doing in this life? Man, put it on something. So if you believe in God, give it to God. Go pray. If you're not into God, you're an atheist, man, you still got to believe in the universe. Right? The universe exists. Give it to the universe. Obviously, the universe knows what it's doing. All right? If we're stardust, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, then we're the same elements and material that the universe is made of. So give it to that. If the universe is doing what it wants, and you're part of that, you're part of the whole, you're not separate, then what do you need to worry about? If you die today, if you die tomorrow, if your dog fucking dies, if a hurricane comes and just hits your house, smashes it to smithereens, your car breaks down, well then that's for the purpose. That's how it should be. And you fighting it in here does nothing to solve the problem. I'm telling you, when you come from a state of, like, get that baggage off you, man. Give it up. Take it. Take it. Take my burdens. Just give it up, man. You'll function so much better. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go make some veggie burgers. I bought some veggie burgers today. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you soon. Peace.